Is this the Rookie CEO podcast?
Yeah, I think we're in the right place.
Oh, Hev, it's recording. This is Fuzz.
And I'm Hev, and you're listening to the Rookie CEO podcast. Today, we're going to talk about things we wish people had told us when we chose to go self-employed.
Which is ultimately why we started the Rookie CEO platform.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's like we wish we could go back in time and be like, right, this is how you do this. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, even insurances, even like accountancy stuff. Like, I won't lie to you, I didn't even know self-assessments were a thing when you went self-employed. And just the headaches that it gives you. So it's knowing what to outsource as well, what you should prioritise your outsourcing.
Yeah. Well, I think also, I mean, like you say, this is why we set up the Rookie CEO platform. So this is basically a handbook for people. But for me, I think I wish someone had said to me, you're going to have to be worse off for a short period of time to reap the rewards, because I definitely held myself back at the start because I didn't want to spend money.
Yeah. I was kind of the opposite. Like, I knew from working quite high in businesses beforehand that money makes money, really. It's just making sure that you spend it in the right way.
Yeah.
And if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have invested as much money in marketing material when my business was still evolving. So I spent a fortune on business cards, leaflets, and uniform and stuff, which actually wasn't so bad because I've kept the same brand. But our business, we're offering completely different services than we were when we started. And I think you need to kind of like understand that your business, especially in the first year, is going to adapt. You're still learning. So
if you do invest in kind of promotion material, make it generic.
Make it generic. Make it more digital, I would say, because digital you can just delete and it's not really costing you much money. Like I have gone back and deleted quite a lot of posts when we started Fuzzy Logic, because we were offering services that we just aren't offering anymore because of the way that it's evolved and the way the demand is. And it was just me back then as well. We were a very different business, and I think
like when I first started, I was just B2B, and now I'm definitely not just B2B. And I actually think maybe I was pigeonholing myself too early on. Yeah, because I didn't know why I was doing that. It's not like I was like, oh, I'm gonna concentrate on just construction, and I ran with that. I just went, oh, that sounds good, so I'm just gonna say B2B.
No, you are right though. I think you have this vision in your head when you start a business, because it is quite scary, really. So you probably are quite eagle-eyed. You're not really thinking big about it. It's like, this is what I want to do, and I want to make sure I try and make this happen. But what you don't realise is there might not be a demand there. There might not be a real sort of like need for it, and there might not even be profitable. You're kind of just finding your feet at this point. But once you start finding your feet and you're like, I think this is where we're going to be in 5 years, then start investing in leaflets, offering your services, videos, especially videos. It's
kind of a bit like, you know, when you're doing flat pack furniture and you're fitting all the pieces in and you do the screws and you just tighten them with your hands to begin with, and then once you're happy with it, then you screw them in properly with the Allen key.
Well done,
It's kind of like that. So
when was the last time you built flat pack furniture, Hev?
When I moved into my flat a few months ago.
Oh, okay. Did you do that yourself? Or?
I project managed it. But yeah, you do. You kind of put the feelers out, kind of put down some foundations, but then once you kind of gain momentum, that's when you really like hammer them in. Yeah.
No, that is a perfect analogy, I think. But yeah, I wish I had kind of like, because I probably, to be fair, looking back on it, from now, it was only a few £100. But a few £100 was massive to me back then.
Yeah. Whereas I was like, obviously the complete opposite. Like I just said, I didn't want to invest in anything. So actually, I was walking into some rooms and people were thinking, oh God, like she's inexperienced, like she's not very professional. She doesn't know what she's doing. When actually, with my background, I was more experienced than other people in the room offering the same service, but they had just kicked themselves out in branded gear and had got a slick website. So I was doing myself an injustice to start off with.
Yeah. I also think, like, we didn't do this, okay? But I do feel like people that start a business with a huge business plan and they stick to the business plan, I do feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot. because they're not really thinking big and they're not adapting to the current climate. They're not learning new skills. They're just kind of they see a vision and they know the path to get there, so they're going to just take that path. Sometimes you have to take a shortcut. Sometimes you have to go the long way, the scenic route.
Well, there was at one point where I was kind of saying I specialise in construction, and then I was like, why am I saying I specialise in just construction? I haven't got a construction background, so where has that come from? And then I thought, that's not going to work. So I actually, I do a bit of everything, but I kind of have gone down the path more of finance and stuff like that, just because that's where it kind of evolved. Whereas if I'd have stayed rigid on construction, I might not have had the growth that I had.
You might not have, and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But one thing that you've been going through for a little while now is almost like a rebrand, right? You did invest a little bit in marketing, in your hoodies. You got hoodies before this is with your old logo.
I had a little Canva logo, which actually, just for people listening, if you've created your Canva on logo, your logo on Canva, just be careful, because you might not actually own the copyright to that logo if you've used elements on there. So it's just as an FYI, you might not actually own that logo. So once you do have the money, do invest in getting it made properly. I had a couple of things with my old logo, but I didn't invest too much because I knew that wasn't my proper logo.
But you got to be proud of your logo. You got to be proud of your brand, and that's what you did. You were proud of it, and you wanted it on pens, you wanted it on hoodies. Yeah. You didn't spend a fortune on it, which is a good thing. But you could have done, and that could have really set you back. And people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. We spend a lot of money on merch, but I think we've been going over now for almost 2 years, and we've settled on our brand.
Well, we do in Rookie, even though Rookie's a new business, we've invested a lot in merch because we're confident in what Rookie is as a brand, and we know for a fact that it will grow into something amazing. So that's why we have invested in it. But I think that's because with Rookie, the values have been so set right from the start. Yeah,
and that's all thanks to you, to be fair. Yeah, the value, and everyone, we always get everyone's so complimentary on the values behind it.
Hey Hev, have you heard of IT Managed Services? They're an IT support service based in Kent.
Yeah, I've been with them for over a year now. I love being able to just call them at any point and they take over my computer and fix the issue so much quicker than spending hours on Google.
Why have you kept that to yourself all this time? Right, I need to sign up to these guys. What's their website?
It's it-ms.co.uk, or you can call 01634 218 362.
Actually, let's just use Rookie CO then as a great example. So you, October last year, me more May time when I got involved with it. If you could go back to October Heather in 2024, God, 2024 for some reason it sounds like years ago.
I know.
What would you say to her?
I would say to her, well, it's slightly different because this was my second kind of venture. Yeah. So I did take more risks with it. So I did go for the bigger venue. Luckily, I have really great connections with Edwin Place. And through the Hive Club, I got that venue. But if I was doing this as HW Media, when I started, I wouldn't have ever gone for such a big venue because I wouldn't have believed I could fill it. Well,
you chose the barn, didn't you?
In Iwade, yeah.
And weirdly, that's where we met.
And then actually, funny enough, I ended up filling that.
Yeah, you did a really good job with that. Yeah. But so what? It's not really answered my question.
No, so I think I should have believed in myself more and got the branded merch from the get go. Yeah. I think I got an Instagram banner done up, and I had a roller banner which I designed myself. And I wish I'd just got someone else to design.
No,
I spelt it wrong.
You spelt it wrong.
I spelt professional wrong. Not very professional of me. Yeah, but there's a lot of risks I did take with that event, I'll be honest. Like I got a caterer to do the food. I pushed it heavily on my own socials, and if it had flopped, it would have been embarrassing. Yeah. But I
went all in, didn't you?
I think because it was my second venture, I basically gave it 110 because then I knew it couldn't fail because I'd given everything into it. Like I got a caterer, I got a lovely venue, I provided free drinks and stuff. I basically self-funded it for 4 months knowing that I would get sponsors on board because I believe so much in what I was offering.
Manifested it.
Yeah.
What did you say?
So yeah, I took a hit for those first 4 months, basically. Well, spending about £350 a month on this event.
I still don't think you're answering the question.
Well, it's because I don't actually
What would you
think,
change?
I
What
don't
would you
actually
have
think-
said to yourself?
I don't actually think there's anything I would have changed the way I
Really?
did it.
That's an amazing thing to
Because
say.
I took a hell of a lot of risks with it.
Yeah.
And actually it was very out of character what I did. Maybe the only thing I probably might have done was to get some more kind of launch promos, so maybe like branded balloons, branded cakes.
I
like,
think can I
really
just can I
go all
speak on your
out.
behalf then?
Yeah.
I think you've kind of answered this. I think if you had gone back in time and spoken to Heather, you'd have said it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Be more confident, own it, because you were throwing a lot at it, but I think you were throwing a lot at it because you thought there's a risk that it might not work.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you could have just let it grow organically, which you started doing.
Yeah,
when
maybe
it
I was
sponsored.
taking the risks for the wrong reasons, whereas
Yeah.
I should have been taking those risks because I knew it was going to work.
Yeah, no, that's a fair thing to say. For me, obviously, you just brought me along because I
Yeah.
haven't really got anything to say.
It's like Rookie was a passion project. So I think when, like I said before, I think when you're passionate about it and you really believe in it, you can't fail.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And I think that Rookie CEO is a great example of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Although, like with HW Media, my first event, if I could do that again, I would have played bigger because, like, what my experience, like when I look at that event and I look at the pictures and stuff, like the banner I wasn't happy with, my branding I wasn't happy with, so I would have done all that before I did that event.
Yeah.
Like, it was lucky that it was successful and stuff, but I should have played bigger with my first event that started as I meant to go on, rather than starting a bit crappy.
I think a lot of it, like we've discussed, is just the way we're branded and the way we're marketing ourselves. That's kind of the things that we would have potentially have changed, which is funny because we're marketers.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of businesses out there that just don't market themselves until like year 3. Like I've had clients that are asking for a website now. They've been around for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
They've just solely just relied on word of mouth, and they've just slowly grown their business, which is fine if that was their business plan.
Yeah. And I mean, for my first event, I also, because I wasn't confident in myself, I
I
got
feel like this
someone
episode's
else.
about you, Hev.
I know, sorry. I got someone else to speak at it, and I think I did myself an injustice there.
Okay.
I should have either just made it about myself and kind of just introduced myself and had it more laid back, or I should have had more structure, not just throw this random speaker in that didn't really align with my business, just because I was not confident enough to talk for a long period of time.
But this goes to what we always say, which is start scrappy. If you need to just start today.
Yeah.
Because it'll evolve, and look what it has evolved to.
Yeah.
And everything does happen for a reason. Like, we can't go back and change the past, but it's really nice, I think, to reflect. And doing that has led to Rookie CEO, because we would love to support businesses that are just starting up or have been around for a while. Like, a lot of our clients have been around for a while, but they've just never really kind of like taken their marketing seriously or taken their development seriously.
Yeah.
And they want to do it themselves. They want to get their hands dirty. They want to learn more about it, because they're in this position with the business. They're kind of stepped away from it.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, kind of like wrapping that up then, I think the takeaways are kind of, you have to spend money to make money, for sure. But do that within reasons. Don't go beyond your means.
Yeah. Don't
put yourself in financial difficulty because you think you should and you're comparing yourself. There are kind of budget ways you can do everything. Like, you could go buy stickers of your logo and then iron them on yourself, and it will last you for a few like events,
a few hours.
You know what I mean? Like, the website you could do yourself.
There's so many budget ways.
There's so many budget ways of doing things, but spend money to make money. Take more risks.
Yeah. One thing that I've not mentioned, can I just quickly throw this as a wild card at the end here? I think we both did it, and that's the reason why we're not saying it, is my biggest piece of advice that I really cherished was the most amount of time you're going to have available to you is at the beginning of your business.
Oh, yeah.
So utilize that as much as you possibly can. So that's when we started creating our website. That's when we started putting all those foundations in, putting those processes in, that the way that I looked at it was like, if we have 100 clients tomorrow, will this process work? Because you're future-proofing your business then. Because you're not going to have much time. And do you know what I really miss? I miss having the time to learn more. Like, I literally pay a VA to learn for me, to just dumb it down and teach me.
Well, it's like when you're on a roller coaster, isn't it? You're going uphill and it's really slow, and then you get to that top and then you shoot back down. So it's like, and it goes really fast and you can't think of anything else. So when you do have these down periods at the start, or even if you're having a lull in your business right now, okay, well, what can I do? Can I design this website for myself? Can I give myself a new logo? Can I go back through my processes? You're right, like, but downtime is not always a bad thing. Sometimes, I know it's a bit woo-woo, but I think sometimes the universe gives you these down periods so you can actually have some thinking space. Yeah,
100%. That's an amazing way to end the episode.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Lovely, thanks. Bye.
Bye.